Hey guys, what is going on? Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. It's your boy Old Man Sniper 54 here, and today we are playing some Battlefield 4, and I'm just going to be talking about Battlefield 6 while we go. I don't know what the fuck is up with my mic quality, so I'm going to have to change that again after I upload
God
this
damn it.
somehow. I don't know how, but I have to try. But as you all know, this last week DICE flew a bunch of people out, probably to California, to play Battlefield 6 and give their thoughts and opinions on it. I would say it was an overall success. We really haven't had this since Battlefield 1. I remember that fondly. I remember Snoop Dogg playing. It's just, man, what a time to be alive seeing Snoop Dogg playing the open. Well, it wasn't the open beta yet, but it was like, the closed content creator beta, basically, is what it is, just to get some hype around the game. And I've got to say, I'm quite impressed with DICE. They're actually not throwing the bag this time around. The last two games have been pretty horrible. Battlefield 5 having the bullets going through walls problem, Firestorm just not being an enjoyable experience. I don't even know if there was. Oh yeah, speaking of the campaign, there was the girl with the bionic arm, or she had some kind of like metal robot arm, even though they were trying to stay like true to history. And then 2042 had no campaign. Um, the servers were just horrible. There's fucking, it was just a mess. The game was, unfinished when it came out, and through updates they made it better, but did a lot of reputational damage there in those two games. So they really got to nail it on this one. And I think they will. Hopefully, I got to be hopeful. This one actually looks pretty fucking decent. I'm not gonna lie. All of the content. But here's something. So all of the content creators, they talked about. I remember people talking about this back in Black Ops 3. Everyone that goes out to those um, events, they all have to sign NDAs. So if there is something shit in the game and it was on the NDA, no one can talk about it because they'll get fucking sued and they'll lose everything. And these content creators aren't stupid; they know that, so they ain't going to talk about it. So if there is something not good with the game, we're probably going to figure it out in the beta. And if not in the beta, then it's just going to have to wait until the fucking full game comes out. We'll see what happens. But back to the content creators, everyone seemed to enjoy the event. There was some, gripes and complaints that they had, but overall, I would say it was a smashing success. Everyone's super excited, and I am as well. So let's talk about all the positives. Classes are back, thank God. Um, I think it's going to be more so like the Battlefield 4 system, though, as you might be seeing on the screen right now, where you've got like your base class, like assault uses assault rifles, but then they have carbines, shotguns, and DMRs, and then same thing with the other classes. I'm hoping that it's going to be that way because apparently there's some kind of new trait where if you just use like the class specific gun, you get a boost to some sort of stat. But you can also use other weapons as well. I did see vehicles, so there was helicopters. I don't. There was jets, tanks. I don't know if I saw any LAVs, but hopefully those are in the game as well. Maybe some attack boats, like on Paracel Storm or on this map that I'm playing right now. Um, there's a lot of destruction. I saw a lot of clips of people blowing out the side of buildings and then buildings just completely collapsing. So, very happy that that's going to be back. With that, I am going to say that I hope there's levelation, like in Paracel Storm, where the windmill falls down from the hurricane and the ship gets blown into shore, or the tower in Siege of Shanghai falls down, or on this map where the Golden Coast Resort building kind of collapses halfway through the match. I hope that stuff like that happens in Battlefield 6. Because that's fun. That's a fun environmental change to the map that changes the flow. It's very exciting. Call of Duty can't do that. That's the only real area that they can compete against Call of Duty in, and like quote unquote realism. But that's up for debate. Um, There's a lot of variety in weapons. I didn't really see anyone using the same weapon over and over again, although I will say there was some kind of MP5 or MX9 that people were using, and it seemed to be absolutely melting people. It had no. Oof, I'm tired, boys. Sorry, it's like 12:54 right now. But yeah, that gun was absolutely melting people, and it had no recoil. So hopefully they do a little touch up on that, I guess you could say. Um, let's see, we got the campaign, solid multiplayer. There's going to be a battle royale. I hope it's not like Firestorm, because it just wasn't very good. I'm going to be honest. Firestorm was not good. I love Battlefield, but that was not a good game mode. There was problems with the plate system. The weapons just weren't fun to use, in my opinion. You could call in vehicles at the end of the game, and then it was just not a very fun final circle, you could say. I thought the fire was cool, though, how it destroyed everything as it went. I thought that was cool. That was interesting. What else can I say that's exciting about what I saw? There's a new attachment system. So you have like 100 points, and then each attachment is worth a certain amount of points, and that's how you create your gun. So that'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And then maybe they'll tweak it for like the pistols or something. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen there, but I'm hoping that'll be fun. The game looked finished. I will say that. Like Battlefield 2042, I don't know what kind of fucking engine they used, or what kind of graphics. I don't know. The graphic fidelity in Battlefield 2042 just wasn't very good. Battlefield 6, it looks real. It looks like I'm playing Battlefield 4 or 1. It looks amazing. I will say that. Some things. Let's talk about the negatives. I don't really have too many negatives from what I saw. All the guns killed in like 3 to 5 bullets. It seemed like the TTK is going to be very, very fast on this game. So that's up to how you like to play. I like to play more slow, more methodical. I like to snipe, so I'll be sitting back. It doesn't fucking matter to me. But we'll see what happens. If they tweak any guns, or if they change like the damage range fall off or shit like that. It's always a crapshoot. You never know what's going to happen. Speaking of that, none of the guns had recoil. I don't know if that was just me that felt that, or if anyone else felt that, but I really didn't hear too many people talking about that. Maybe no one really cares, and if that's the case, then that's fine. But I just kind of expected Battlefield to have more recoil on their guns. That's just kind of what I thought would be in that game, since it's usually what's in the other games. We do have to keep in mind the people that we're playing were professionally unemployed people, so they be playing a shit ton of video games, and they're all very, very good at video games, right? I mean, it's not like me or the average person, right? These guys are on a different fucking level. That's just how it is. Everyone was bitching and complaining about the shotgun. Apparently that was a problem. I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you, honestly. I saw a couple of clips with the shotgun. It seemed like it was a reasonable range of killing people, so I don't fucking know what everyone's complaining about, to be honest. But I heard Big Fry TV talk about that, so maybe in Merc Music, he really didn't seem to think it was a problem, but apparently everyone was complaining about the shotgun, so we're gonna nerf that. Speaking of that, the shotgun seemed to be a gadget tool, like a kind of breaching tool. But of course, in this game you're using it to kill people, so maybe there's not going to be a shotgun class, which is kind of going to be disappointing, because usually Battlefield has some pretty interesting shotguns, like the DAB 12 from Battlefield 4. I love that thing. There's always the Spaz 12. There's an M1014. There's an 870. usually. You know, just fun stuff like that. I like stuff like that. I hope that there's its own shotgun class in the game, but I have no idea. Um, the vehicles have limited ammo now, so that'll be interesting to see what goes on there. And to be honest, I don't really think the Battlefield can compete with Call of Duty. It's just too much, right? I mean, Call of Duty's too big. There's too many people that play it every year. Like 50 million people buy the new Call of Duty, right? You're just not going to beat that probably, and that's okay, right? There's nothing wrong with Battlefield being Battlefield, because Battlefield is great just the way it is, in my opinion. Um, they said they're gonna keep the skins, you know, more realistic and not have Nicki Minaj in there, so that's good. I'm glad about that, because that means more assets will be put into the DLC and making the battle royale better. So that'll be good. I'm excited for that. Um, I don't know if they're gonna. What's gonna be interesting is seeing if they do a live service or if they just do a standard like 1 year development cycle where they push out 4 DLCs and then that's that. But they have this battle royale, and if the battle royale does really good, then this might be a game that's out for like 6 or 7 years that they're constantly updating, which would be interesting to see. I don't think that'll happen, but maybe the battle royale hype train will come back. I fucking doubt it, to be honest. I'm kind of tired of battle royales. I mean, they're cool to play. I'll play PUBG every once in a while, but like other than that, I don't really play battle royales. Yeah, I just thought I'd get my thoughts out there. I'll be playing the open beta this weekend. If you guys want to come watch me at twitch.tv/oldmansniper54. If you guys did like the video, please feel free to like or subscribe. And as always, guys, y'all have a wonderful night.